In 2026, the realm of genetics experienced an extraordinary evolution, marking the beginning of designer babies 2.0, a term that encapsulated the transformative advancements in gene editing technologies. This new phase was defined by remarkable breakthroughs, particularly in the applications of CRISPR, which had been refined to the point where scientists could not only correct genetic anomalies, but also influence complex traits such as personality, intelligence, and even emotional predispositions. The implications of this capability were both exhilarating and daunting, sparking intense debates across various sectors of society. On one hand, proponents hailed the potential to create healthier, more intelligent individuals, envisioning a world where genetic disorders could be eradicated and human potential maximized. They argued that the ability to select traits aligned with parental aspirations could lead to profound societal benefits, such as reduced healthcare costs and increased productivity. For instance, with the capacity to eliminate predispositions to diseases like diabetes or heart conditions, families could envision a future where medical care was minimized, allowing for resources to be redirected toward education and personal development. The prospect of children being born free from hereditary conditions evoked excitement among many, who saw this as an unprecedented opportunity to reshape the future of humanity itself. Moreover, the allure of designing not just healthier but also more capable individuals, those with higher IQ, better emotional regulation, and enhanced creativity, captured the imaginations of many parents. However, on the other hand, critics raised alarms about the ethical ramifications of such manipulation. They argued that the ability to engineer personality traits or cognitive abilities could lead to a new form of eugenics, where only the affluent could afford enhancements, creating a genetically stratified society. This disparity could exacerbate existing inequalities, leading to a world where access to enhanced traits became a privilege of the wealthy, thus entrenching social divides and fostering resentment among those who could not afford such options. The fear of a society divided not only by wealth, but by genetic superiority fueled public discourse, with many advocating for stringent regulations to prevent a dystopian future where genetic classism became the norm. Furthermore, ethical dilemmas surrounding consent emerged as a dominant theme in discussions about designer babies 2.0. The notion that future generations would inherit predetermined traits without their input raised critical questions about autonomy and individuality. Would children born from genetic editing feel a sense of agency over their identities, or would they be viewed as products of their parents' desires? This consideration led to calls for stringent ethical guidelines and regulations governing genetic editing, emphasizing the need for frameworks that would protect the rights of individuals while allowing for scientific advancement. As the technology became more accessible, conversations about its implications grew more urgent. Families began grappling with the decision of whether to modify their children's genes, weighing the potential benefits of enhanced intelligence or desirable personality traits against the moral implications of altering their very essence. This dilemma fostered a societal environment where the pressure to conform to new norms of genetic enhancement could lead to anxiety and ethical conflicts. Many parents found themselves torn between the desire to give their children every possible advantage and the fear of crossing an ethical line that could fundamentally alter their children's humanity. The psychological toll of such decisions began to manifest as parents worried about the implications of their choices on their children's self-esteem and sense of identity. Some parents reported feeling a sense of guilt, questioning whether they were acting in their children's best interests or imposing their own aspirations upon them. As these technologies advanced, grassroots movements advocating for equitable access and inclusive discussions began to emerge. Activists highlighted the importance of public engagement in shaping the future of genetic engineering, arguing that the conversation should not be limited to scientists and policymakers, but should include a diverse array of voices from various backgrounds. They stressed that the implications of designer babies 2.0 would touch every segment of society, requiring a collective response that considered the values and concerns of all people, especially marginalized communities who might be disproportionately affected by advancements in genetic editing. The cultural narratives surrounding designer babies 2.0 began to shift as well. Media portrayals of genetically modified individuals raised questions about acceptance and identity. Would enhanced individuals be welcomed into society, or would they face stigma and discrimination? The complexities of integrating genetically engineered humans into the social fabric became a focal point of ethical considerations, emphasizing the need for thoughtful engagement with the implications of such profound changes. As families continue to navigate the choices presented by designer babies 2.0, they faced a landscape filled with both promise and peril. The future remained uncertain, marked by the dual potential for remarkable advancements and ethical pitfalls. Humanity stood at a crossroads, grappling with the profound implications of its own evolution. The quest for perfection and the allure of enhanced traits collided with the essence of what it means to be human, setting the stage for a future that was as complex as it was exciting, fraught with ethical challenges and boundless possibilities. As the global community engaged in discussions about the implications of these advancements, it became increasingly clear that the decisions made regarding genetic enhancement would reverberate far beyond individual families, impacting societal structures and norms for generations to come. The collective responsibility to navigate these changes thoughtfully weighed heavily on the shoulders of scientists, ethicists, and citizens alike, as they sought to forge a path that honored the complexities of human existence while embracing the potential for a brighter future shaped by the wonders of genetic science. In this intricate web of possibilities, the pursuit of knowledge and the desire for improvement must be balanced with a profound respect for the intricacies of life itself, reminding humanity that the true essence of progress lies not only in the manipulation of genetics, but also in preservation of the core values that define our humanity. As society ventured further into this new frontier, the importance of fostering an inclusive dialogue became paramount, ensuring that the benefits of genetic advancements could be shared equitably while safeguarding the diverse tapestry of human experience that enriches our lives. The ongoing discourse surrounding designer babies 2.0 would serve as a testament to the complexities of human aspiration, acting as both a cautionary tale and an inspiring narrative of the potential that lies ahead, urging society to tread carefully as it navigated the uncharted waters of genetic engineering, forever altering the course of human evolution in ways yet to be fully understood. As these discussions evolved, new ethical frameworks began to emerge, with communities advocating for transparency and accountability in genetic research. The voices of ethicists, sociologists, and everyday citizens became integral to shaping policies that would govern the use of genetic technologies. Debates centered around the idea of genetic stewardship, where society would not only guide scientific advancement, but also ensure that such advancements would reflect collective values and ethical considerations. With each passing year, the landscape of genetic engineering became increasingly complex, intertwining with issues of rights, access, and identity. As the world approached 2030, it became apparent that the journey into designer babies 2.0 was not merely about scientific capability. It was about forging a new understanding of what it means to be human in an era defined by choice and consequence. The challenge thus lay in finding a balance between harnessing the power of genetic science and nurturing the values that define our shared humanity, ensuring that as we move forward, we do so with a commitment to equity, respect, and understanding for the diverse experiences that shape our world. In this unfolding narrative, the role of education became increasingly vital, with calls for comprehensive programs aimed at educating the public about genetic technologies and their implications. Schools and universities began to incorporate discussions on ethics, genetics, and societal impact into their curricula, fostering a generation that would be better equipped to engage with these complex issues. Meanwhile, the private sector saw an influx of companies emerging in the field of genetic editing, each promising groundbreaking solutions to age-old problems, further complicating the landscape. The commercialization of genetic technologies brought forth concerns about profit motives overshadowing ethical considerations, with advocates warning that unchecked corporate interests could lead to abuses and inequalities in access. As parents began to explore their options, they faced a plethora of choices, from gene editing clinics to genetic counseling services, each with varying degrees of legitimacy and ethical oversight. This environment of rapid innovation and commercialization sparked a wave of public interest and scrutiny as citizens demanded greater transparency and accountability from both researchers and companies alike. The dialogue surrounding Designer Babies 2.0 thus evolved into a broader conversation about the future of humanity itself, as society grappled with the implications of wielding such unprecedented power over human genetics. The questions of identity, agency, and the essence of being human loomed large, inviting individuals from all walks of life to participate in shaping the narrative of their shared future. As the discourse continued to unfold, it became clear that the ultimate outcome of Designer Babies 2.0 would depend not only on scientific advancements, but also on the values that society chose to uphold in the face of such profound change. In this intricate dance between technology and ethics, humanity stood at a pivotal moment in its history, with the potential to redefine what it means to be human in a world increasingly shaped by the choices we make regarding our very genetic fabric. The narrative began to encompass a broader spectrum of voices, including those of ethicists, religious leaders, and cultural commentators, all of whom contributed to a richer understanding of the implications of genetic engineering. Debates intensified around issues of consent, particularly regarding the rights of children who would not have a say in the genetic modifications made on their behalf. This discourse highlighted the necessity for a societal consensus on the ethical boundaries of genetic editing, advocating for frameworks that prioritize human rights and dignity above all else. As the dialogue matured, innovative forums for discussion emerged, including public town halls, online platforms, and collaborative workshops, where individuals could voice their concerns and aspirations regarding genetic engineering. These venues became critical spaces for cultivating understanding and fostering respectful dialogue, enabling diverse perspectives to converge in the face of a rapidly evolving landscape. Simultaneously, the role of art and media in shaping public perception gained prominence as filmmakers, writers, and artists began exploring the ethical and emotional ramifications of Designer Babies 2.0. Storytelling became a powerful tool for humanizing the complex issues at play, allowing audiences to empathize with the lived experiences of those affected by genetic engineering. Fictional narratives depicted the lives of genetically modified individuals, exploring themes of identity, belonging, and the quest for authenticity in a world where genetic traits could be curated. These narratives help to bridge the gap between scientific advancements and societal implications, fostering a deeper understanding of the human experience amid technological change. As the decade progressed, the conversation around Designer Babies 2.0 became increasingly nuanced, integrating perspectives from various disciplines, including philosophy, sociology, and psychology. Scholars began to explore the implications of genetic enhancement on human relationships, identity formation, and the very nature of love and connection. Would the bonds between parents and genetically modified children differ from those formed with unmodified offspring? How might friendships and romantic relationships evolve in a society where genetic traits could be perceived as commodities? These questions spurred a wave of research aimed at understanding the social fabric of a genetically enhanced future, leading to new theories about human connection and community. As society approached the mid-2030s, the conversation about Designer Babies 2.0 had transformed from one of fear and uncertainty to one of cautious optimism. While challenges remained, a growing recognition of the need for ethical frameworks and equitable access began to take root. Collaborative efforts among scientists, ethicists, policymakers, and community leaders aimed to create guidelines that would govern the responsible use of genetic technology, ensuring that advancements would benefit all rather than a select few. The notion of collective responsibility emerged as a central theme, with individuals and organizations alike acknowledging their role in shaping the future of genetic engineering. The journey into Designer Babies 2.0 became a reflection of humanity's enduring quest for improvement, balanced with the understanding that progress must be accompanied by a profound respect for the complexities of life. The ongoing discourse served as a reminder that as society navigated the uncharted waters of genetic engineering, it had the opportunity not only to redefine what it means to be human, but also to reinforce the values that unite us all in our shared humanity. As families, communities, and nations continue to engage in dialogue, the potential of Designer Babies 2.0 stood as a testament to the complexities of human aspiration, urging society to tread carefully while embracing the boundless possibilities that lay ahead. In this evolving narrative, the interplay between technology and humanity became a focal point of exploration, prompting reflection on the very essence of existence in a world where choice and consequence intertwined in profound ways. As the global community moved forward, the ongoing discussions surrounding Designer Babies 2.0 would serve as both a cautionary tale and an inspiring narrative of the potential that lies ahead, reminding humanity that the true essence of progress is not solely in the manipulation of genetics, but also in the preservation of the core values that define our shared experience. The path forward was not merely a scientific journey, but a deeply human one, requiring empathy, understanding, and a commitment to the ethical implications of our choices. In this landscape of possibilities, the dialogue surrounding Designer Babies 2.0 became a rich tapestry woven from the threads of hope, caution, and the enduring quest for a future that honors the dignity of all individuals. As humanity stood on the brink of a new era, the choices made in the realm of genetics would echo through time, shaping not just the lives of individuals but the very fabric of society itself. The implications of these technologies extended beyond personal choice, touching on broader themes of social justice, equity, and the fundamental nature of human dignity. Advocates for responsible genetic enhancement began to call for comprehensive studies that would evaluate both the long-term effects of genetic modifications and the societal impacts of these changes. They argued that any advancements must be accompanied by robust ethical considerations that prioritize the well-being of individuals and communities over mere technological prowess. The discourse surrounding Designer Babies 2.0 thus evolved into a critical examination of what it means to be human in a world where the boundaries of nature could be redefined. As the conversation broadened, the voices of those directly affected by genetic engineering, both modified individuals and those who opted not to modify, became increasingly vital. Their stories offered invaluable insights into the complexities of identity and belonging in a world where genetic traits could be engineered. The narratives of individuals who faced both the advantages and challenges of genetic enhancement illuminated the multifaceted nature of human experience, prompting society to reflect on the implications of its choices. The ethical landscape surrounding Designer Babies 2.0 continued to be shaped by the interplay of scientific innovation and public sentiment, as the demand for accountability and transparency grew louder. Ethical committees and regulatory bodies emerged to oversee advancements in genetic technology, ensuring that the principles of equity and justice remained at the forefront of scientific exploration. These frameworks aim to establish guidelines that would govern the use of genetic editing, balancing the potential for human enhancement with the need to protect individual rights and societal well-being. As society became increasingly aware of the implications of genetic engineering, it also recognized the importance of fostering a culture of ethical responsibility among scientists, policymakers, and the public. The dialogue surrounding Designer Babies 2.0 thus became a collaborative effort, drawing on diverse perspectives to navigate the complexities of genetic modification. In this evolving landscape, the role of storytelling emerged as a powerful tool for fostering empathy and understanding. Artists, writers, and filmmakers began to explore the emotional and ethical ramifications of genetic enhancement through their work, offering narratives that humanized the scientific advancements. These stories serve to bridge the gap between the technical aspects of genetic engineering and the lived experiences of individuals, prompting audiences to reflect on the broader implications of their choices. As the mid-2030s approached, the discourse surrounding Designer Babies 2.0 had grown into a multifaceted conversation encompassing scientific, ethical, and societal dimensions. The potential for genetic advancements to reshape the future remained. Yet it was accompanied by a collective awareness of the responsibilities that came with such power. The journey toward a future defined by genetic enhancement became not just a quest for progress, but a profound exploration of what it means to be human in an ever-evolving world. The choices made in the realm of genetics would ultimately shape not only individual lives, but the very fabric of society, prompting humanity to navigate the intricate tapestry of ethics, identity, and the shared experience of existence. As society continued to engage in dialogue and reflection, the narrative of Designer Babies 2.0 would serve as a testament to the complexities of human aspiration, urging caution while embracing the boundless possibilities that lay ahead. In this intricate landscape, the interplay between technology and humanity would remain a focal point of exploration, inviting future generations to consider the ethical dimensions of their choices as they ventured further into an age defined by genetic innovation. The ongoing journey into Designer Babies 2.0 was not merely a scientific endeavor but a deeply human one, requiring a commitment to the values that unite us all in pursuit of a future that honors the dignity and potential of every individual.